call on Ezinne to make her intervention. Let us get the youth's perspective as well as gender sensitivity. Ezinne, please.
Your Royal Majesty, above Onitsha, I'm talking Mazi. Chief Wodo, Anuma talking Mazi. Mr. Emeka, I'm talking Mazi. Ma lile bakotere bandin na nyuku, Anuma tuni lile Mazi. On the Yemiho Obioma na, I lile bakotere ba, ni zina, ihe basara libo, ihe basara ndibo, ne metu anyu nobi. Mani hem chokwarega ikuka ma lile chetewuna. Owo siso keji agamba draka. Igapa yo siso ikiga gogi. Mana, because of time, I'm so in English, man, I'm gonna mix English and Igbo. I recently moved to Nigeria. I wouldn't say recently. I moved to Nigeria in 2015. And when I moved here, all I had was my family. If I had known about Ohaneze, I probably would have gotten involved from Nigeria and built that network when I came. I run a healthcare business, and I pretty much built it from scratch, creating my own network. If there was something like Ohaneze that I knew about, that I could tap into, build my network. And I really want to thank Engineer Chris for that wonderful paper. I was taking notes as if I was in a lecture hall, because this is a history that I have never heard of. And so there's a great opportunity being missed, because we all have to be honest with ourselves. There will be no such thing as Ohaneze. There will be no legacy without the youth. And that is a fact. Youth involvement is very near and dear to me, because in my healthcare business, I've almost turned it into being passionate about leading the next generation of healthcare IT experts, to the point where we have our businesses in 5 states in Nigeria, and unfortunately, none of them in Igbo land, which is something I am now very passionate to change. It's just that the pandemic happened, and we really are planning very ferociously for 2021. When I read the future objectives for Ohaneze, I want to really strive and make sure that everyone can really think of Ohaneze as future focused. The future still lies with the youth. When I look at the participants, I wish I could tell the age range, because I know when Mr. Emeka gave me the opportunity to be part of this, I sent to every single friend that I know, because I realized it is time for the youth to get involved at this level. I love the history in that paper that Engineer Chris shared. It really made me feel connected to actually making sure that more young people know about Ohaneze and what Ohaneze stands for. As we outlined the objectives in the paper, the things that struck out to me is youths have to be involved, and I'm very action focused. Youths have to be involved in the leadership and organizational structure. Youths are so different these days that Ohaneze has to really understand that in order to have transcending generational legacy, the youth have to be involved, should have been involved yesterday. And I'm so glad that we're getting an opportunity to share this. And one of the things around that is, how does Ohaneze make sure that the youths feel what Ohaneze is about, feel the legacy, feel the culture? I can tell you that moving back from Nigeria, I have so many friends that want to come back. They want to visit. And thankfully, because I'm here, some of them have had the opportunity to do that. But I really want to move beyond that and look at how can we impact, how can I work with Ohaneze to impact the youths to where, and some areas that I see that happening, obviously, is education. Thankfully, I'm here with a very good friend of mine that I knew him from the US, and he actually moved back before me, and that's Mr. Ekene Misiche. And I say that also inspired me. So if we can move back, I'm sitting thinking, how many more would love to move back? And with Ohaneze, there's an opportunity to really create an avenue to make that happen. Impact that the youth can feel on ground, education. Now that education is digital, there's no reason why Ohaneze history, books, references, papers, that can easily be put on an e-learning platform where any youth anywhere in the world that wants to connect to the legacy of the Igbo people can simply go on and read and interact. There can be lectures. This is the future of what the youth are more interested in. I apologize for that. I think I lost audio for a second. But one of the things, again, is technology. How can we use technology to focus and really engage the youth in what Ohaneze is about? And that's why I'm glad to be on this panel and glad to see one of my very good friends on the panel as well. But finally, one of the things I wanted to call out, which is a prime example that can easily be replicated, is what happened in Ghana last year. A lady who, Bozoma St. Martin, she happened to be a well-known marketing guru. She coined this return of, what did they call it? They called it the year of the return in Ghana. They pushed that throughout the year. And it was more of engaging a lot of the Ghanaian diasporas to come and engage in the culture. And they did this throughout the year. And Ghana was able to see over $1.9 billion contributed to their economy. And that is just one person being very eager to introduce her culture to all of her friends in the diaspora. And it was very, very successful. There's no reason why this cannot happen with Ohaneze in a way to engage the youths. But of course, we have to start somewhere. And I'm really glad and I'm really thankful to have the opportunity that I'm able to share this. But I just want to leave with this question: how will Ohaneze survive and build transcending generational legacy without the youths being involved today? So that's one thing I want to leave everyone with. And again,
Ezinne, thank you very much for your profound thoughts. You are part of the solution, so as we are chewing on your question and challenge, please give us some feedback. I would like to call on Obianuju, please, to follow up and reinforce the youth perspective. Obianuju, please.
Yeah, no member. Ndioma no na webinar ekele mu. Aha m bụ Obianuju. Achọrọ m ikwu okwu maka Ohaneze na omenala anyị na asụsụ Igbo na ndị youth. Maka mụwa ebidoro m ịmụta asụsụ Igbo ọfụma ihe dịka otu afọ gara aga. Mgbe m bidoro, ya mere na nkwujọ mistake biko gbaghara m. So oge m bidoro, ahụrụ m na enwe ọtụtụ ụmụ ntorobịa nọ na ịntanetị na social media dịka mụ. Ha chọrọ ịmụta asụsụ Igbo, ha chọrọ ịmakọ ihe gbasara omenala anyị, ha chọrọ inwe ohere iso asụsụ Igbo dịka ugbu a na Ohaneze. Ihe m ga-asị bụ na Ohaneze kwesịrị ịkwado omenala anyị na asụsụ Igbo. Ọmụmaatụ, Constitution nwere ike ịdị na Igbo. Nzukọ anyị na-eme kịta, o nwere ike dị n'Igbo. M na-agbalị ịsụ Igbo kịta. Ihe abụọ bụ na dịka Ezinne kwuru, ọ dị iche inwe youth engagement ka ndị youth mee ihe gbasara Ohaneze. Dịka ugbu a anyị nwee social media, anyị nwee ike engage the youth via social media. Tell people about, gwa ha maka Ohaneze, ka Ohaneze nabata ndị youth. Ka anyị nwee ike ichi na Ohaneze ghọta. Ya mere na mbido Elder Eliazụ sịrị na agwọ nọ n'akịrịka n'ala Igbo. Ekwetara m ihe o kwuru. Agwọ nọ n'akịrịka ọ bụrụ na anyị hapụ ka omenala anyị na asụsụ anyị laa n'iyi. Anyị kwesịrị ịkwado ya. Ohaneze nwere ike inye anyị aka, nye ndị youth aka ịkwado asụsụ Igbo na omenala Igbo. Emechara.
Thank you very much.